To start off, I'm going to be taking this under eye gel by The Body Shop and this tool by Real Techniques. It's called the Under Eye Reviver. It has just like a little metal ball. And all I do is like dip a little bit in there and put it under my eye. Next, I'm going to be using the JACLYN Hill palette by MORPHE that she just came out with. And I'm going to be using the shade, it's called MFEO, which stands for Made for Each Other. And I'm going to use the Sonia Kashuk blending brush. Next, I'm going to be taking Pooter with a Morphe M505 blending brush. And I'm just also going to work this into the crease as well to deepen it. I've honestly never worked with PC, so I'm just going to go back in with the first brush I used, the Sonia Kashuk, and just blend it all out so it's not as harsh. I'm going to take that with the same brush that we used with the Pooter and put that in my crease as well. The key to this color is start with a little, and you're just going to have to blend a lot to however you want it to look. It does take time, but if you keep blending, it will turn out really well. I'm taking this color up above my crease as well, so it's like more blown out. Because I want it to be more smokier. This is how it should end up looking. But just keep going and building the color up. It will eventually get there. Now I'm going to take the shade Enchanted, which is like a forest green color, and I'm going to put this like in the outer corners and in my crease. Focus this color really low and not too far up on your crease. Oh, by the way, this is a Smashbox matte. It says matte blending brush. Now I'm going to be taking the shade Diva, and I'm just going to pick up some of that and spray it with, this is the NYX Dewy setting spray, but you could really spray it with whatever. Water even works too, just not as well. And I'm going to press this into the outer corner and the inner corner, kind of like that. Now on the center of my lid, I'm just going to be taking the shade called Pool Party, and I don't know if I'm going to use my finger or a brush yet. We'll see whatever comes out more pigment. Okay, so I'm using a brush. I picked up Pool Party on just a flat synthetic brush, and I'm going to spray it again with setting spray and just pack that on the center of the lid. Next, I'm going to be taking this Laura Geller Spackle Smoothing Primer. It's like it's a tinted under makeup primer in the shade Champagne, so it just has like a little bit of a shimmer or a sheen, not really a shimmer, a sheen to it. It says to apply a thin layer. I've never used it before. All over your face. I don't really like the smell. It smells kind of chemical-y. Now I'm going to be taking this Hard Candy Sheer Envy Coconut Water Primer Stick. It's kind of like the Milk Cosmetics one, or like the e.l.f. one. I've never tried it, so. Not really sure how much I should be putting, but it kind of burns. It's probably because I'm breaking out though. It doesn't smell like coconuts, I can tell you that much. It actually smells awful, but okay. Moving on. Oh, yeah, no, that is not a good scent. Alright, okay, so I'm going to try this e.l.f. Primer Mist. I just got it, and I've heard a couple people talk about it, but I wanted to try it out. Whoa! It spits at you, so be careful with that. It's not like a fine mist, it literally spits. Oh, that one was better. Well, no, it's not. Yeah, no, it like shoots out at you, so be careful of that. And lastly, before foundation, I'm just going to put on this Glow Mist by Pixie. I have really dry skin, so I have to make sure that it's hydrated before I put any foundation on. Yeah, it should be okay. If we have concealer, we can fix it. Now I'm just taking a sponge, this beauty sponge, and pouncing that in. So far I like it. I don't see, it feels really hydrating. I have a problem finding foundation that won't like cake up. I don't know what this claims to be, if it's full coverage. Let's see. Helps eliminate light particle reflection, which means you won't get flashback when you take pictures, but if you use powder, I guess it would really depend on the powder if you're going to get flashback or not. Anything? Oh no, this is just light medium, I guess is another shade for it. Or maybe it's saying light to medium coverage, I don't know. Not really full coverage though, I would say it's more of like a medium because you can still see all my breakouts. Medium to light actually, because it's really not covering anything, and it's actually like matte. There's nothing dewy about this, so if you don't like matte, then I wouldn't suggest this for you. For concealer, I'm just going to use this concealer, which I've actually been liking lately, but I didn't like it at first. It's the Match Perfection Skin Tone Adapting Concealer by Rimmel. It's a 2-in-1 concealer and highlighter in the shade Fairlight. I don't know if I already said that. So I'm just going to put, the only thing I don't really like is the applicator. I always seem to squeeze out too much or not enough, and I feel like it's not very sanitary because the concealer you don't use just sits in the little brush tip. I don't know, I'm just weird about that stuff. Maybe it doesn't bother you. But I'm hoping this will maybe give us some of the, okay, I just got that all over my lip. Give us some like dewiness back hopefully. And then I'm just gonna add, I'm just gonna add a drop of this Rainforest of the Sea concealer in the shade Light. I'm literally going to just add like 3 little dots underneath, like right underneath my under eyes. This concealer is like very like it smells like straight up nail polish remover or paint. So I really don't like that about that, and it's not full coverage really, but I like mixing it. I would never wear it on my own because I have such dry skin, so the way it smells, I'm gonna assume there's alcohol in it. Great. But yeah, I really wouldn't recommend this to anyone with dry skin. If you have oily skin, I'm sure you'd really like it because it's so thin and like matte. Like it's very, how do I explain it? It's literally like painty. Like when you put it on, it just like blends out and like sucks to your skin, so I'm sure oily skin people would like that. Let me fix my eyeshadow that I just covered up with concealer. I blended all my concealer. I'm going to take my Coty Airspun translucent powder, and this is a powder I know for a fact that doesn't give flashback, at least I haven't experienced that. And this is just an e.l.f. fluffy powder brush. It has dog hair on it. And I'm just going to press that to my under eyes so my concealer doesn't crease or move anywhere. Now the Wet n Wild foundation feels like a little tacky, like it's really light, like it's not like it bothers me or anything, but I can feel that there's something on my face, like it just feels like sticky. So I think I'm definitely going to set this with a powder, but I'm not going to use a translucent powder, I'll use like a face powder. Before I set my whole face, I'm going to use this Chanel Soleil Tan bronzer with just a Real Techniques, what is this one called? Buffing brush. I'm just going to like swirl it in there. Something, a piece just fell on me. I don't know why I tapped that, it's cream. I'm just going to like lightly bronze up my skin because we're looking, don't worry, it won't look like that. We're looking a little pale, washed out from all the concealer and powder and foundation. We will clean this up and set it with powder bronzer. I didn't get that out for some reason. I'm just going to take this Fit Me powder. This is in the shade 220 Natural Beige. This is just a fluffy brush by Soho. And I'm just going to lightly dust this all over. It doesn't really matter where you put this at this point, because the bronzer, you're going to go over it with powder bronzer and contour anyways. That way my foundation just isn't tacky anymore. I'm going to take this butter bronzer by Physicians Formula and this light bronzer. Now I'm going to put that over the bronzer that is just laid down. I know it still looks really messy, but we're going to use some powder and clean it up. But before we do that, we're going to take the Anastasia contour palette, just a little beat up because I've used it. And this is just a NARS Vita brush, or however you say it. And I just take this color. The other one's like MORPHE has a red undertone, and this one's too dark for me, and this one's more cool, and I like that. I'm just like barely ending. And I'm gonna like slightly contour. Again, don't worry, because we will be cleaning it up. It looks a hot mess right now and way too harsh, but again, in the end, it will all come together. Taking that same Coty Airspun translucent powder in a Morphe M459, I'm going to take, I have some in the cap, I'm going to take some and clean up my contour and bronzer area. This way you can give yourself the shape that you want for it. I always tend to bring mine too far down on accident, so I just cover my whole face, that like below the contour where I'm carving out. I always cover it with powder as well, like bring it down. That way if I, when I dust off the powder, if there's like still leftover bronzer below, you won't have to deal with cleaning that up. And this also will just make sure your makeup stays on longer if you're putting powder on it. That always works. Okay. So now that that's done, we're going to go back to the eyes really quick and do the under eyes. Taking this little pencil brush by Sonia Kashuk, I'm just going to take the MFEO color and dust that under my lower lash line. Sometimes I skip this step, but I feel like this eyeshadow look definitely needs it, since it's so dramatic. Now all I'm going to do is take this little tiny Sonia Kashuk brush that's like very, very thin, and I'm going to dip it in that dark green, the Enchanted green, and I'm going to put this really, really close under my lashes on my lower lash line. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be blending it out anyways. Then I'm going to just take this brush again and take the Jada color, which is that turquoisey blue color, and I'm just going to blend out my lower lash line. Next I'm going to be taking this Maybelline Master Chrome in shade Molten Gold. I'm just going to pick out this highlighter. Is amazing. It's very affordable. I think it's like $9. And I'm just going to put this on the high points of my cheekbone. Depending on the brush you use is what's going to give you the intensity of the highlight. This is really golden, and if I use a denser brush, it will pack on the color way darker, and I'm too light for that. So I'm using like a more, this is a Sigma F35 tapered highlighting brush. Lastly, for blush, I'm going to be using the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso and an e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush. I'm just going to take a little bit. I like putting it more back here than I do. Next, I'm just going to be applying this liquid lipstick by Anastasia, and this is in the shade Cashmere. It's more of a taupey, muted out color. I definitely didn't want to put anything bright since we have so much going on. And to set everything, I'm just going to use the Urban Decay Chill Setting Spray. That here completes this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely went out of my comfort zone with the greens and the halo effect, which I didn't really do a good job at, but I still really like how it turned out. Yeah, I really like it. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.